All right. So tell us a little bit about yourselves and your background and what you like to do and who are you? Who's Chuck and Holly?
Sure. My name's Holly. I work as a PA in cardiology.
Wow, that's cool. So if I drop over dead, you'll fix me. Cool.
Please don't, though. I'm a little concerned that you quit the caffeine. Maybe
Is
not
that
as
bad?
much as the amount you were drinking of caffeine,
okay.
but that you quit cold turkey. That's an accomplishment.
Yeah, that's hard. Trust me, I went through the jitters, you know what I mean? I had headaches. Okay.
But we have 2 tax deductions right there,
Okay.
at least for the next 10 to 15 years. And
Chuck, you've been a
else?
police officer for a long time, so if there's a medical emergency,
How long,
we're
Chuck,
covered.
how long were you a cop?
Still am.
You
30,
still are?
30 years.
You got to hold up to your mouth.
Is the button there? Yeah, 30 years.
30
Still
years,
am.
cool. All right, give him a hand for that. That's awesome. Good.
All right. So tell us why you joined Lifestyles, how you ended up here.
Say again?
Tell us why you joined and how you ended up coming to learn about Lifestyles.
You don't have to
and
read that.
becoming members.
Just do it off the,
Yeah.
off the top.
Well, I joined because I'm tired of being a police officer. It's been
Oh.
the whole get my time back thing, because we
Okay.
work 12-hour shifts and I have a long drive to and from every day. And so it's trying to get my time back. And I was looking at my retirement and realized that after all those years, it wasn't going to be that good. There's not a lot to it at the end of the day. So this seemed like a better choice, just more options.
There you go. And what about you?
Well, I've had an interest in real estate for a long time.
Okay.
And rental properties, and he never really wanted to do it because he used to do evictions as a police officer. So he's seen the probably worst side of it. And I don't know, 10 years fast forward, he hears Dell on the radio and is telling me about this program and how we got to do it. And
So he drug you in here?
yeah.
Okay.
It was very easy though, because
Oh, it was
like
easy.
I said,
'Cause you wanted to do it
was,
first.
yeah.
Right.
So, Chuck, you made it her idea again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, now she's
Smart man.
full speed ahead. So
Okay.
All right. Cool. All right. So you guys bought this property a couple months ago, this duplex in Fort Worth. So tell us about how you found the property, what you like about it.
So this property came out on an email blast. On the 2-day this weekend, you'll learn about the Lifestyles email blast, where several real estate or realtors through Lifestyles, look at properties every day and find good possible investment properties for all of the members and blast them out to everybody.
Who thinks that would be easy? If you don't have, somebody sit there and goes, here's the deal, you're going to make 10% return, double your money. Who'd be okay with that? Yep. Come this week and we'll show you some of those examples.
So we got this email blast from Danny. He was here. He's
There he
over
is,
there.
right up front. Danny, stand up.
We were actually working with
Great
Danny on another property, kind of asked a lot of questions, contemplating, like, do we really want to do this? And then this blasted out, and I don't know how long it took, maybe 5 minutes. I was like, yep, this one works for us. This is a good deal. So.
Cool. And obviously we can see there was quite a transformation that took place on this property. So how did that happen? Who did all the work on that property?
So our GC was Blake with Finishing Touches. He's
Okay.
well known, one of the vendors. I don't know if he's here tonight. I haven't seen him, but yeah. So we had actually joined Lifestyles probably in February and had been in touch with him about another property that we had flipped before joining Lifestyles.
She used the
said
F
that
word.
word.
No, can't. We don't do flips. That's okay. But you just got out of that, and that's how you got your money to do this.
Exactly.
I get it.
So, and this
I remember
is
the story.
working much better.
So you like my version better,
Absolutely.
which is Dell's version. But that, I
During
stole
the
it from him.
2-day, we knew that this was the way to go.
Okay, cool.
Cool. All right.
Oh, I have a picture
So
of you.
here's the really exciting part here.
That was when you
the
signed up,
numbers.
right?
So
Case
we
study.
signed up in February of this year, and then came to our second 2-day in May and upgraded our membership to preferred.
There you go.
And so this was,
Okay.
reduces, to retire in 2 years. I don't know if it's going to happen that fast, but maybe
guys
we're
are
on
on
the
your
5-year
way.
track.
You guys are on your way with this one right here. So
Yeah.
let's run through these numbers here real quick. So your total cash out of pocket on this deal About 72,000,
About
right?
72. Yeah.
Still waiting on the refi final numbers, but this is our conservative estimate, right?
Yep. So we're going through our refi to conventional right now. So it depends on what the final appraisal comes back and what we lock our interest rate in. And interest rates are going down. So
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
the numbers may be a little better than
You ought to
this.
refi. No. So equity capture, so $26,000 in unrealized gains on this property based on that after repair value there. Purchased it for $265,000, $42,000 in rehab, so about $21,000 a door on a duplex. Not bad at all. Just under $22,000 in closing costs. So at the end of the day, this property added $10,000 to your annual income. That is awesome, fantastic.
Who'd be okay with an extra $800 a month? Give him a hand. That's huge. And what's our rate of return? Well, I told you 8 or 9%. What are they making? 14%. How much taxes are they paying on it? 0 tax-free income. Is your CD making 14% tax-free right now? Who'd rather be in this deal? Give him a hand. That's huge. That's a great number.
Awesome job. How long? The rehab didn't take very long at all, right? It was really
No,
quick.
it was
and-
probably 6 to 8 weeks.
yeah.
It was pretty easy.
Lighter rehab, but great cash flow, and definitely you guys did fantastic on this property.
Wait. That's the coolest shirt in the world. That is an awesome shirt. You should have wore that tonight. I'm just saying,
I'll wear it
Cool.
next time.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to make sure we blew that one up though to
Yeah.
show it off in the presentation. So yeah, tell us about how your life has changed. What are you seeing so far? You guys just got into this one property so far, but what's your experience been like?
Well, definitely the roadmap is laid out for us and everybody who wants to join Lifestyles. The membership has been great with the mentors and all the education. I mean, I haven't even gone through all the education yet and haven't even started with the preferred education and with the multifamily stuff because there's so much education just with the single family. But we definitely know that things are going in the right direction, and we're looking for more equity capture now that we kind of covered cash flow to get the best of both worlds so that we can then, sell off all that and use the equity to start investing in multifamily.
So you're not stopping here, right?
Absolutely not.
It's addicting, isn't it?
Very.
It's like sour cream and cheese Pringle chips. Did you ever eat just one and put it back? How many people eat the whole jar? That's why I had to go on a no-carb diet, just so you understand. But that's what real estate's like, right? So I'm going to ask you a quick question before we move on because it's important. There's a couple of new folks here, never been here before. And they might be coming to seminar this weekend. Remember when you just came in, you're like, what's this crazy guy in front of the room, blah, blah. What advice would you give the brand new people? Think about when you were new. What advice would you give them?
So I was very overwhelmed for the first 2 days. A lot of numbers thrown out, a lot of equations. And what I did to kind of learn the system and educate myself was watch case study after case study after case study. I went back. It's on the website. You can review all the case studies. And I think it's available to everybody, not just members. right?
Well, you have to. I think case studies, you got to be an FFP member.
Okay.
You can
Basic
find
number.
case studies. but-
Anyways, case studies.
Yeah,
I
you
went
can find
back like
YouTube.
2 years so that and I would pause it whenever they got to the number slide
Good.
so I could do the equations myself, know exactly where the numbers were coming from, and also to see how things trend so that I could evaluate a property fast and know that's a good deal because
Cool.
it's an outlier.
There you go. Good.
What I love about what y'all did, you said there's so much education, you haven't seen it all. There is a lot out there, but you guys took action. You used the tools, you used your mentors, you come out to road trips, you watch those case studies, but you took action and you guys are off to an amazing start. I'm very proud of y'all. But you got some goals that you have
Did you
coming
want to
up.
add something?
No, just say, just do it.
Just do it.
Don't
Okay.
wait around.
There you go. Okay, cool.
So you guys have
So what's your
have a
goals?
lot to do that you have planned to do. So
Yeah, so short-term goals, we want to attend Expo and be a sponge, meet a lot of great people, network. Ideally, we want to purchase 2 more doors by year end.
Okay.
And we had a rental before we join Lifestyles. So we're going to sell that next year and use the equity to either buy more single family or maybe start passively investing.
Okay, cool.
What else did I say? Keep bugging all the mentors. Yeah, that's a given.
Please do.
See, that's
Never
what's so
bugged me.
cool about
Not one
this.
time have you ever bugged me.
You don't need to know everything. We want you to do this for yourself, but don't do it by yourself. Form a team around them. As they needed education or they had a problem, they could call a mentor. Who likes that? It's like having, when you go bowling and there's those rails you put on the side for the little kids. Who likes that better? Rather than going up there the first time on your own, I know how to do this. No, you don't. You
I will
understand?
bring up the
Sure.
bullet point streamline all the processes for better efficiency. We probably cost ourselves a little bit more out of pocket just for lack of efficiency, like being on top of things and getting prepared to do the refi so that things are rolling along before there's another month's,
Yeah, you're waiting
interest
instead of
payment.
being proactive. Okay.
Yeah, so
There you go.
we'll be better at that next time.
Okay. Cool.
Always learning as you go, for sure. Yeah. You want to talk about those?
Long term, just like I said, build enough equity to start passively investing, which she already said. Retire me, that's a big one. Because
So you want to retire first. You mentioned that 10 times. Is that the goal?
Yeah.
Do you still like your job?
I still like my job.
Okay, that's good. So, yeah,
but
you
he's
retire
been in his longer.
Okay.
I have seniority.
Seniority? Okay. Over her?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
We're
Now
doing
we'll see.
the Curtis Haynes family office model, which
Okay.
I'm partway through the book where he explains
Awesome.
that in detail. So if you haven't read that book, it's a good book to read.
There you go.
Because he talks about how he got into over $1 billion worth of apartments, and then teach the kids how to do this. So if they want to work, they don't have to do the grind every day. They can do this to make their money and then go do a job they want to do.
There you go.
So
Go to work because you love it, not because you have to. Very good. Cool.
Awesome.
Let's ask some questions. Or you
Yeah.
want to give shout outs?
Got a few people on the team. I know some of them are in the room here. So if you want to give some shout outs to anybody.
Yeah, sure. So we have utilized all the mentors, Nicole,
Good.
Adrian, Brandon. I've sent several. I ask a lot of questions, so I apologize for that.
Would rather you do
But-
that than never hear from
Yeah,
you.
don't call us when it's too late. Call us
Yeah.
ahead of time. We love when people do that.
So we've
100%.
talked to each and every one of them. We used our GC or Danny, as I said over there,
Yep.
with Dallas Lifestyles Realty and finishing touches. Blake, he's great. I mean, if you look at their job bid or whatever, is like down to the penny. Carrie over there.
He's a short guy there.
With Capital Concepts, great educator and vendor. We used him for the hard money loan, and he gave me an equation to use to calculate my own closing costs, which I now use for every deal, every quest
Great.
analysis that I do. And then Lifestyles Finance, Kim Sporage. I don't know if she's here. Is she
Mike
here?
Hanna's here. That's her
haven't-
counterpart.
Okay.
Yep.
So we're working with her for the refi. Reno, I know he was here. He's in the back.
Got your
With
insurance
Integrity,
Okay.
he insures our personal properties and all our investment properties.
Awesome.
Awesome. Very cool. Ooh. All right.
Let's
well,
get a couple questions.
Yeah, let's get some questions. So,
Yeah, I know that's how you
any
but
questions
the question,
in the room?
And if we have any online, are you handling that? Okay. Let's take 2 in the room and then 2 online if we have any questions. You have a question? Yes.
Question is, when you got started in this, how much capital did you need to get going besides joining Lifestyle?
Okay, so the question was, I'm going to repeat it for the people online. How much capital did you need to get going when you started Lifestyles beside,
So it's not necessarily, I mean, it is how much you need, but every property, every investment is different. So that's a hard question to answer,
what was your working capital when you first started?
probably about 160.
She had 160 grand. Now let me rephrase the question because unique to her might not be unique to you. What money does it realistically take to do this? How much money did I say? 30,000. Okay, 30,000 because you need money to put down. You need reserves to do a property. Now some properties might be this one was 70 out of pocket, but this is a duplex. It's a little bit bigger of a deal. I know you did a deal for under 1,000 out of pocket. That was a grand slam. We got to get him to do a case study, by the way, right? But the average is going to be 20, 25, 30. Does that make sense? want to give you some averages.
That's one of the reasons why I've always been so interested in real estate. I should mention, because we've gotten to see firsthand, home equity and how the model that taught here really works. Because I bought the house that we lived in, our first rental, back in 2009, at the very bottom of the market. The government paid me first time home buyer's tax credit, $8,000 to buy a house. I was like, okay, so at 22, I'm buying my first house. And we got to see it appreciate from 09 to 2024, 2023, probably over 300%.
So I
And
want you to-
that's the money that we use, the home equity for.
That's everybody in
investment.
this room. The house that you live in, let's say you bought it for 150 grand, now it's worth 300 grand. You just made 150 grand. You understand that? So we all know that works. So if that works, think if you had 10 houses in the rentals, they all went up like that. Does it make sense? That's why once you get involved. You got a question?
How did you unlock that equity? Did you use
The question was, how did you get the equity out of that property? Yeah.
Home equity line of credit.
So either you can do a HELOC, you can do a cash out refi. There's several different ways we can do that. Great question. Okay. Do you have one online, Manuel?
Yes, yeah, I got a question from Michael Scott. Are you guys going to manage?
Wait, that's the guy from The Office.
No, not the guy from the office. It's,
Oh.
it's in his signature line on every email.
Is he from Scranton, Pennsylvania?
No, he
Okay.
lives
Go
here.
ahead. Go ahead. Michael, answer the question. Michael, question.
Are they going to manage their property, or are you guys going to hire
question.
a management company?
We'll manage it ourselves. We have been working with Danny to rent it out for us, to lease it. We're just too busy for that. But, part of the model in lifestyles is that you fix everything that could go wrong from the get-go. So managing it shouldn't be an issue. You shouldn't get a lot of phone calls.
And you have to realize when you come to that seminar, I spend about an hour how to screen your resident, how to market. All that's covered. We teach you all the basics. So you can do it on your own if you want to. What if you don't want to? Then we hire a property manager. So either way works. Just put in your numbers. Make sense? So instead of making $870 a month, they might make $100 less and they could have somebody else manage it. But it's an hour a month. She can do that or he can do that, whatever one, for saving $100. Is it worth it for you working an hour? Of course. Okay? It's choices.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, lots
Yeah.
of choices.
All right.
Are you gonna manage your property? I mean, are you gonna use like Zillow or to collect the rent or that?
The question is, what are you using to collect rents?
I can't remember the website. I think it's like erentpayment.com or
There's a
something.
lot of different online versions. Get with your mentors. You're
I have a whole
They got like 40 different
spreadsheet.
ones.
I have a whole spreadsheet for you, Randy. Just remind me. I'd be happy to
Come on,
send it
ask,
to you.
ask the mentor. You're a member. Okay, remember that's what we're here for. Okay, let's give these folks a hand. Great, wonderful job. Thanks for sharing your story. Appreciate y'all.